You're welcome back to my channel. Today I'm going to be talking about how you can pay your child's tuition just with $200. On this channel, we talk about personal finance, we talk about self-development, wealth creation and management, investment and retirement plan. If that looks like what you enjoy, please subscribe to this channel, click the like button and click the notification bell. Thank you. Let's talk about how you can actually generate your child's tuition from $200. From $200. So, I, Albert Einstein says that compound interest is the eighth wonder of the world. And the truth is that it's really the eighth wonder of the world. If you put in 200, assuming that you have a baby, maybe like a year old, and you start putting in $200 for that baby every month, just $200. This is money in which you are not even feeling is coming out of your pocket. It's just with ease. You're putting in that $200 in that child's investment account. You can open an account for your child under 16 years and you still be the guardian. Put in $200 every month for 15 years. That $200 invariably becomes $69,000 by the time that child is 15 years. Magic, like magic. With 8% interest, you're putting in $200, and by the time that child is going to the university or going to the college or going into, whatever the child wants to do, $69,000 is sufficient enough to carry the tuition and even for savings towards that child's life and all that. So it's just the little bit, like things that we just take for granted. Like, we know these things that a child that is born, that by the time that child is 16 or 18 years, the child is going to a university or thereabouts and all that. So why not just try to be saving little by little with just your $200 every month? If you think $200 is too much, if you put in $100 every month for 15 years, $100 for 15 years is 34,000. $200 every month for 15 years is 69,000. And that would just with ease pays your child's school fees. You might be thinking, okay, so where will I put this in this morning? Invest in S&P 500. Because the truth is that there's no stock that has beaten the S&P 500, the ETFs that tracks S&P 500 over the years. We can have these stocks, these individual stocks that can just skyrocket, boom, and before you know it, it comes down. Over the years, at the average, they don't beat S&P 500. What are these S&P 500? These are the largest 500 companies in the US. So within that coffee or that S&P 500, we have the 500 largest. So as a company is probably going down and is not meeting up to the standard, the company is being replaced inside that five. So it's not as if the 500 largest is just static, like it has been static like that. So invest in the S&P 500, the ETFs that tracks the S&P 500, like the VUSA, like the VUAC, like the VOO, SPDR. We have so many of them. And in your Vanguard portfolio, in your Fidelity portfolio, your Schwab portfolio, you have them there. Stop. We all cannot know. I don't know. Some people have genius minds, so they know the next Tesla, they know the next Amazon, they know the next Apple or Microsoft. I don't know. So for people that know, they can go towards that route. It's high risk. But for just simplicity of the matter, we'll just go with the S&P 500, the ETFs that track the S&P 500. I just be putting in the $100 for that child. If you have two children, you put in maybe $100 separately or $200 separately, and before you know it, by the time these children are going to their school or whatever they want to do later in their life, it can even be a part payment for their house or something. It's just with ease, with ease, with ease, with ease, with ease. I wish you a very wonderful and successful journey in your investment. Thank you for sticking around. See you in the next video.